Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Highruler, and today we're talking about a little bit of Dragon Ball news here because there does seem to be a little bit of movement here coming in the next few weeks for the rest of the year for Dragon Ball. Now, we're getting this information courtesy of DBS Hype on Twitter. I suggest you go follow them. They are very up to date on everything to do with Dragon Ball. Now, what we're going to be talking about specifically, guys, is both Kakarot and Xenoverse 2 because right here in the image in front of you guys, there are two quotes here, the second and the third one. Now, the second one is about Kakarot. So they say Kakarot's producer message mentions that the game team will be given their all again this year. So the DBS Hype goes on to say, so maybe more Kakarot content is coming in 2022. We'll find out soon. Now, this is interesting because I think a lot of people have been left wondering what is going on with Kakarot, right? Because they leave off in a place where there's a lot of content left, right? There's a lot of things they could adapt for the game, and I think there was a lot of people wondering if they ever would. So even personally, guys, knowing that like more content is coming to the game, it's now re-incentivized myself to kind of deep dive in that game again and kind of play it because now I know that okay, there's a lot of super content left, right? And there's so much left of super that they could do. Now, if they do that, I want to be available to play it day one, right? I want to be ready to go. So for me, now it's like, okay, I got to get my butt in gear and play it. And the thing about Kakarot specifically, guys, is it sold 4.5 million copies this far. That is a huge install base for DLC. And I know similar to what Xenoverse 2 fans want, Kakarot fans want a sequel, right? And the problem with the sequel, and now I'm going to be a little weird here with this one, and I'm sure there's going to be people who disagree with me, right? The problem with the sequel at this point is that if you're not making total upgrades to the systems or graphics or whatever, and you have 4.5 million people who have bought your game, that is a huge install base to pull from for DLCs, right? So it seems like unless you have all these grand ideas to make the game even better, why would you make a sequel at that point? Why wouldn't you just double down on the game that you have and then kind of use that game that you have and put DLCs out and get people to buy DLCs, right? To me, that is a smarter plan than just saying, okay, we're going to make a sequel. It's going to cover super content. We'll call it Kakarot Super or whatever. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense at that point, personally speaking. To me, what makes sense is they kind of do their DLCs. Maybe they do it by arcs or whatever. And then at the end of the, super content, then maybe you get a sequel. Similar to what, Xenoverse 2 fans want. But I do see them kind of doing super content as DLCs rather than sequels at that point. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about here, guys, is going to be Xenoverse 2. Because Xenoverse 2 fans are like just egging for the game to die, right? They're itching for it. They're going, okay, please die, please die, please die, right? Every time I see Xenoverse 2 mentioned on Twitter, you guarantee that the comments under it would be like, please die, please die, please die, give us Xenoverse 3. Now, the problem with that, guys, is that the game has just done very, very well. Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. I think it's like almost 9 million sold. It's like 8 million and change sold. That is very well. And it seems like the game just keeps getting more popular as the years go on, right? To me, guys, I'll be completely 100% transparent with you. I'm glad the game's doing well. And the only reason I'm glad that the game's doing well is because Xenoverse 3 is going to come. Let's not kid ourselves, right? This franchise is way too valuable to ditch out and not do another game, right? But imagine if Xenoverse 2 wasn't doing well and they felt pressured to release the Xenoverse 3 like as soon as possible, right? That means that that game probably wouldn't have done well, right? In terms of the improvements that you guys all want, in terms of the improvements that, we're looking at, in terms of like any sort of new story content, the game probably would have been bare bones because they would have felt pressured to at least get a Xenoverse 3 out. Now, with the game doing well, that is Xenoverse 2, they may not feel that same pressure where they're like, okay, we have to release something. So for them, they're probably able to take more time to build it out, to do what they want with it. But on the flip side of that, we're going to have to deal with another year of DLCs, which, to be completely honest with you guys, I'm quite okay with. I'll be completely honest. I'm quite okay with them kind of, use the Xenoverse 2 as more DLCs. And then ideally they get to a point in their story where they stop and then Xenoverse 3 picks up in that new story. I think the thing is that I don't want to go back to like what we did at the start of Xenoverse 2 or even similar with the Kakarot sequel and go back all the way to the beginning just to replay it again. I don't want that. I don't want to have to redo all these different arcs that we've done many times over again at this point. Let's let them get started where it's a fresh start, where it's stuff that we haven't really played before in a video game, and then go from there. If it's just a matter of, okay, we're going to go back and we're going to fight Nappa and Raditz and we're going to do all that stuff again, it's like, really, how many times are we going to walk through the same, park again over and over and over? Let's get Xenoverse 2 to a point where the story stops. Let's get Xenoverse 3 starting at that point and moving forward with it, and I think that's the healthiest option. If that means we have to, endure another year of DLCs for Xenoverse 2, yeah, I'm good. I'm game for that. Why not, right? And I think similarly with Kakarot, if I'm able to kind of, start with some super content with this DLC and I'm able to go from there, yeah, 100%. Let's double down on the games that are existing instead of, putting out sequels that may not be that needed at that point. To me, this makes a lot of sense, though I know it's not the most popular opinion, especially for the Xenoverse 2 fans. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you think today. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not agree with my assessment? Let me know in the comments below, because I think, guys, honestly, we're going to have a really good year as Dragon Ball fans, and I definitely think Xenoverse 3 is coming. We just got to sit tight and be patient for it. It's definitely coming, guys. I promise you. With that being said, guys, if you want more Dragon Ball news and coverage, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a nice little comment, and I'll see you guys next time here. Enjoy the rest of your day and the night. Take care. Take care of yourselves. Later, guys.